Welcome back to the Wandering Reseller. I like traveling across California, Nevada, and Arizona, searching for unique treasures at estate sales, thrift stores, and auctions. I also dabble in online auctions to uncover hidden gems from all over the country. This channel is all about the thrill of the hunt, finding those vintage collectibles, rare items, and items that are incredible stories to share. I'm also somebody that struggles with disabilities. Having to write with my voice, comprehend with my ears. So that makes the treasure hunting more interesting. So using AI to expand my geniusness. So sit back, enjoy today's treasure hunt. Okay, I staged the API. I'm now just going to go grab the photos that I need. We got 25 of them to find. Important not to make a mistake here. Then AI will make a mistake. So you want to, in some cases I take 2 or 3 photos and upload them, but here I use it to build the title, and then it just seems to be best for the music sheets. You're always modifying and adjusting different techniques that you use. So like postcards, I'll do both sides, and that's it. Now I come back in a few minutes and it should be done. And then I'll go do something else for the time being. I'll make sure that these get added, and I'll show you the next step. It's nice, and that way I can double check the AI. You're never really trusting the AI 100%. You're always using it as a, yeah, so I got 28 here. So it looks like I made a mistake somewhere. What did I do? 2, 3, no, 4, that's right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I must have 28 music sheets. Yeah, I can't count. It's okay. And then when you're inside, you can view the drafts. You can watch them populate when they come through, like they're already here. So I can do research on that real quick. $13 it looks like, and that's more like the one I have, so it's a little cheaper. Um, and I can always open WorthPoint and let's see if we can get WorthPoint to full. Of course they're gonna. So yeah, right here it's $9.99 right there. So yeah, so this it's just the API is just amazing. I'm able just to do quick research. I don't have to type in. I don't have to $8, $28. So I got 2 people competing, and then you got a race to the bottom. So I'll do since this one here is similar. This one has a higher. So I have a photo on mine. This doesn't, that doesn't, and this one, these 2 do, and this one does. So I'll have to go in and double check that when I'm getting closer. But that's just how I do it. You know, I'll double check my pricing. Look, I got 2 different prices here. So there's someone trying to get a lot. One might be original, one's not original. So this is a reprint, and this is a little different font, different color. So I have to double check mine. Um, you're always checking. You're always double checking. You never really, I mean, AI is going to get it right a lot, but look how quick I'm going through my research here. I know that I already have a few of them I have to look at. Uh, so that's basically the adding them to the API. In 5 minutes, they'll be all done with the links to Google. I can search Google to see which ones, how many different platforms have this product. And then I can go to Google Image, and I can go to eBay or WorthPoint. And then if I really need, I can go into the listing and go into detail of where they're at, and we'll do a grading on pricing. And it's pretty advanced. Like I said, we're we programmed. We did this for 20 years, so this is something we're natural. This is our natural. We're good together. So and until I see some consistency on eBay's back end, there's no reason to try to connect this because like he says, he's asking for support, and the person that's helping him doesn't have no idea. I mean, and you're paying $75 a question. You're paying a lot of money to get support. So there's some disappointment there. And obviously, we've been dealing with a lot of that disappointment. So that's just how I do my research. If you notice, I'm not typing. I'm not typing anywhere. And I have 3 or 4 different ways I do that. I can use Google. You can use Google Lens. Now with their AI, you can capture that and drop it in the Chat GPT, and they do really good listings. This is connected to the Chat GPT, but it controls the output, so you're always going to get somewhat the correct answer. There are mistakes once in a while that it's not going to be 100%. Well, we're not even 100%. I mean, I'm like 70%. And, if you think you're 100%, you have to kind of ask yourself, no one's really 100%. Here's $14 for these Army Army Force songs. So maybe I should go back and lock these up so I can be competitive, or I can race to the bottom for 5.99. Um, with a little less shipping. So that's something I have to consider thinking about. So I'll do this before I list, and I'm looking for that one item that really like stands out. Here's 19.99. So now you're not seeing. So this one might be a little different than the. Yeah, this could be a little different than the one I just clicked on. It is. So I have to be careful. I don't want to give anything away. So why is these $34 versus the last ones were? So we'll go in, and I think it was. Why did I get a different price for that one? Yeah, so it's might be a different year, 56 and through 58. So, and then I'll go through solds, and this is before I even list. So I can get it's just going to flag the listing. So when I am listing on eBay in the future, I'll be listing from here. I'll be done already. That's how quick it's going to be. That's why I'm saying it's just a matter of time that this is what eBay is going to do. All I have to do is hit that little button there and it's listed. The information that is back here, all the categories, the item specifics, the different price points. Look, I got good, it gives me variances on pricing. Oh, he's been working on this. Good job, John. Ah, my profit. See my little profit? So I have it breaking down, and I can tweak in the settings. So I could tweak in the settings to based on how much I promote. So my summaries will look better. I gotta look at that closer. He's working and I don't know about it. Thank you, John. I'm all blushing. Something I didn't see before. It's real clean. Yeah, he's been working on this. Hmm. This is a good problem. Thank you, John. So you can tell how much I use it. This has been a life changer for me. It keeps me organized. I make less mistakes. I can find mistakes before I list them. I check every product I list. I check every product I list. Oh yeah, I list a lot of low value items, but guess what? There's one in there that's going to be $100 one. Just like I found the other day. I found it was a, what was it? It was 1990, 1900 Paris um, Paris World Fair emblem, and $145. I would have just said 14.95. I just would have kept on, because everything else is about that price range before. But now with the way the system's working now, I'm able to really um, I gotta look at this closer. He's been working in the back end when he doesn't tell me this stuff. He's like, shh, don't tell Mark. He'll be surprised. And thank you. And now you get to see me excited about it because it's our baby. It's helped me. There's obviously that why I'm worried about connecting this to eBay is one day they do it and they make a change, and the next thing you know, we don't want this to be a service that has to be updated a lot. We want to keep updating it with new technology or new ideas, but not reconnecting it and dropping, you know. So that was the issue we were having when we were trying to connect this the first time. The cost expenses and the knowledge base on their end was really low. And he's like, well, I can figure it out, but it's going to take me a massive time. I'd rather pay for support to someone that actually knows what they're talking about, but no one seems to know what they're doing there. That's what he said. And this guy works for a Fortune 500 company. So he's, one of the big time developers for a big company that does billions and billions and billions of dollars in sales. So it's not like he's not no he always he's amazing. So I just got a few more of these to go populate, and I'll be ready to list them. But in the future, just imagine I hit that button or have a select all and let them go. And we got a few things here. I got pricing I want to see from the pricing in the front. I want to populate it here so I can check double check AI. You're not guaranteeing AI is correct. It's going to get you close, or it's going to always be correct for a long time, and then something happens where someone blocks their back door so they don't see the numbers that well, or you never know what they it's an uphill battle. So there's no search here. So in that case, what I do is I'll go to worth point. This so we got a $5. So it sold for $5 2022, but it's not on eBay. Let's see if it's on. So it is on eBay. It's 9.99 here. So I know it sold for worth point but why wouldn't it not be? See, that's just what I'm saying. It's like, why would it not be here? I'm gonna just take the year out and modify the search a little bit to see if I can find it. You know, this search is really embarrassing what's happened, and I think it started with the item specifics. Um, what I mean by that is 799.99. So Google only showed the more expensive one. Uh, we have one that's 7.99, and we had one that sold on WorthPoint for $5. So I'll be down in his area trying to sell it as quickly as I can. So that's just that's my tool and my partner's tool. My friend John, you've heard me talk about him probably a lot on the channel, but yeah, it's fun. He makes life fun. I mean, life would have been fun anyway, but it's good having a good friend. It's good friends are important in life. So, all right, I'm now gonna get ready to list on eBay. I'm gonna see if I can do this pretty quickly. I kind of see. Let me see how I do this. I've been working on. All right, he has been playing with it. I am shocked. So basically, if it was like very good or good, it changes the profit margin up here. I get to set that in here on my average. So if my average is 42%, it just takes 42% off and shows me my profit if I sell it for 9.95. So it teaches me not to accept big offers and not to go to the race to the bottom. Noticing that he's now bullet pointing all the keywords like uh, AI eBay does, where I mixing in item specifics. It's grading. We're grading the results. So if there's a drop down, we can then overall grade for this listing was 88.75. So there's ways to make it better. So I'm very impressed, John. I yeah, yeah, it's I bugged him for a while. I just kind of been working. I You're amazing, John. Thank you. just to show you. See this? I'm not Japanese. So just they're going through a lot of changes. And yeah, just FYI. That's why we're not connecting this yet. We're gonna wait till they get. I don't know when we're gonna get to it. Maybe we never, because this company right now, they're gonna have to make a lot of changes. Zoom drafts. So imagine if when it does connect the API, all the stuff that I'm doing here and moving forward, even the listing part will be gone. I won't have to do anymore. As soon as I load it to the API, the API that you just saw, I'll be doing just the researching and tweaking my listing and then sending it. It'll be done. So it's just a matter of time. If we don't do it, someone else will, because A, AI is getting that good, guys. And like I said, I use it. It's changed my life. Uh, all this stuff right now, I won't have to do. I mean, I'll do it for the connecting it to the service, the API. We haven't committed on any names yet, so we're just we're gonna hold off on all that. It's if it's just gonna be a tool for me, it's gonna be a tool for me. But with me looking at what he's doing, it doesn't look like he just wants it to be a tool for me, just me. So that makes me motivates me, makes me want to. So all this work here, then grabbing the titles and getting the stuff from the AI, and you saw how quick the research is, and then now the pricing that he's pulling is getting very accurate. So it's I'm going to have numerous different ways to reference the pricing, and eBay's pricing is it's very it's not really. It's not. I don't know. There's it seems like they're always racing to the bottom when they give you a suggested price. And here at least you know, I can see my profit margins and put in my average promotions that I spend on eBay and see what I really make if someone buys it at the price I'm asking. Most of these items I sell now are all through offers. Well, I have a big make offer sign right on my description. Every listing, make me an offer, because I don't want. I'd rather have offers all day than wait for 2 years for an item to sell at full price. So it's the pricing thing that John did really motivated me. So I'm it's clean. I'm looking forward to playing with it the rest of the day. So I'm going to be uploading these photos to the bulk listing tool, and then I might need to then open up individually because I need to double check the item specifics since I'm still doing this manually. This is the part that I'm talking about. When we get to a point where I can upload the photos for the product and then have them go right to eBay, my life changes. I can list 1,000 a day. And if the research on my end is better, where I one click open up WorthPoint, eBay, all those places on the internet that sells, and not have to ever type. If you notice, I'm not typing. It's not by choice. It's because of my disability. So I'm still not typing. I'll be all the way through the process. The only time I ever type is if there's one word or two words, no more than four characters. It's even then I'll have a problem with it sometimes. It's severe. I have a severe disability, learning disability, and it's I worked around it. I for many years I hid it. No one knew it. And now I just got to the point where I think I can help people I mean, I've already getting emails of mothers telling me that, thank you for sharing your story, and my kids is, it's like taking him out of his little coma, and I know exactly what he's at. I mean, all my life, kids used to make fun of me, bully me, and I used to break my hands on people's faces when I was a kid. I got kicked out of so many schools, and they would straight out go, "You do not mess with that kid." And because I mean, all these fingers are, but it took a while. I mean, it took me till my 10th grade in high school where I fought the quarterback football team's quarterback and whipped his butt in front of his whole team, and that was the last school I ever got kicked out of. Oh, so I did mess up on how many. So I miscounted all of. Okay, so I have one, two. I got three more to make. Save for later. All right, let me get this ready so I can get to the next step. I'm really excited. This is didn't expect that to have some. All right, we're gonna try this. Um, I am excited. I don't know why, but I hope this works the way I think it's going to. Um, let's see if I can. Looking for publisher, and I will see it here. I didn't see it there. Okay. Come back to it. 12, 12, 13. What did they, what did it say on here? About $11.45. Pretty damn close. I think I'm just gonna believe the pricing, and then I'm gonna be so holding off on these listings anyway to schedule them, and that way I can, what I should do is probably use the here and save for later because I want to schedule them. 14.95. So that's the purple one. And I remember those being a little bit more expensive. So let's just go down here and see what worth eBay has. They don't have a purple one. Not even in the. So that means it's a. Stick with that. Get the. I want to have to get this additional. It's optional, so I don't have to. And it last sold for this amount, so that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I should be using this one. I like seeing the progress of product that's been in your head for almost a year or two. And so the red one is 19.99. So we're just gonna see what the API says. It's 91%, and it thinks it's didn't have a price. That happens. And up here the next one. I didn't find a price. We'll undercut that guy. Sorry if you're watching a video. I gotta make some money. All right, the blue one. Copy it. Let's see, 9.95. Okay. Yeah, so gotta gotta work on that. So this is what I do. I go find little issues and report them, and when he wants me to, I don't, you know, don't want to overwhelm him. And like I said, I think eBay is just half done with all their updates, guys. It's really what I think is happening. I think they're going to integrate AI all the way to the point where what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to explain, where all this work I'm doing right now will be gone. And all I have to do is do the research on the product price to make sure I'm okay with what they're trying to sell it for. I'll be fine with that. It means I can go fishing half the day, go list 100 in an hour and a half, and so let's double check this price. They're saying 847, see 755, and let's see what yeah, so I didn't come up with a price. Okay. It doesn't if it doesn't have a clear answer, I'm not sure. You don't call it a bug. It could be just like eBay's. They don't always have a price either. $54. Okay. Well, this will be a good one if it's $54. We'll find out. Yeah, I'm doing all the eBay descriptions because they're stuffing the item specifics and the title and everything inside. They're searching. Uh, okay, 24, 79. Let's see what Worth Point did. 8, 16. All right, we'll stick with that price. Like I said, AI is not right all the time, but it's getting there. Pull it. No price. Fine. So 995, 95. So let's try and go right at. So I did a lot of the presets on the item specifics. The only ones I need to worry about are the producer or the not the producer, the publisher. So all the other ones are all set since I've organized my media in the way that I only listing certain types of music sheets at the same time. I already checked this one out. I already know the price is here. Cheap, 5.95. It's your music sheet. I'm hoping that doing these AI descriptions stuffs those keywords in, and if the other ones don't use them, mine will be ahead of theirs, maybe. Now we'll find out. I have noticed a bouncing. What did I do? Copy. There we go. There we go. So I said, make me an offer by making, I'm always trying to get them to make me an offer. People that don't read the descriptions, they'll pay full price normally, or a majority of the time. Let's see what this one says. 14.95. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh, where did I go? I messed up. Nope. Oh, there it is. 6. Let's do a worth point. There's some things we gotta work on. Shortening the name with worth point even more than what we have. That way, you don't need vintage. The date helps, narrows the focus on the search, but what did I say? I don't know. That since they didn't have one there. All right, what was this one? Okay, let's go right in between. So their shipping is a little bit more than mine, so I can probably get away with 9.95. Interesting. I skipped one. All right, 11, 9.95. That sounds good. And I think there was a couple of them that weren't completely done. And that's why that wasn't there because I didn't see it when I time. Christmas music, 17.5. People are a lot of those differences are because they're not doing the research. I mean, I have a one button click to go to the research. If you have to type, it's always, it's difficult. You have to do the extra, the homework. And if you're doing bulk, 11, 14.90, 14.55, 5.5, no sponsor, no sponsors. I'm going to be sponsoring, so let's stay with the higher price stuff to keywords. It said it sold for $3 before. Yeah, so that's the one I thought I missed. The server timed out. That's what QAing does. I go through and find the little hiccups, and they're not bugs. They're only bugs if you release the product and then you you know, right now we're still in the coding stages. So I mean, there are some technical issues like maybe server error timeouts and stuff but, but they're all addressed. So it's not like a bug is a overused term in the industry. I know developers don't like the word. I learned that the hard way. Okay, remember the yellow one? It was yeah, 595. Yeah. Do I have the same one? Yep. Okay. I'm gonna add the extra keywords. It's funny because I did a study with the chat GPT and had them analyze my listings. How can I make them better and give me suggestions and recommendations? And they all say I'm not using enough keywords and descriptive descriptions are not getting looked at correctly and they gave me articles to read and how and I actually did a video about this. So 1931 is not quite antique. See, it's a perfect example of AI overthinking, and so you just can't just go autopilot. That's why you're even when it gets to a point where it's going to list it for you and it's not signed. So it might have something that makes it look like it's signed. I mean, let's look at that because it's these are the things you have to catch on. See, like there's something here that looks like it's signed. It says it might be signed. I mean that, yeah, I mean it could be signed, but I can't verify it. I would have to, and there's another sign here. So I mean it's signed, but I don't know if I can verify it. It's like verification. So what I'll do in this situation is, uh, let's see what we got here. $8. Any of them say sign, then I can go look at the other. Let me see why this one's $140. No. All right, so I don't see any other sign. What I would do is match. I can do a AI dictation. What it does is I can have it look at the signature and then translate it to me and who it is, and then tell me if it's the person that's in the photo. I did that with all the postcards. It's how I found the John Kennedy sign autographed postcard and all the different presidents in my one of my videos. I used AI to because I'm not good with signatures, and I use AI a lot, guys. And now those are going to get graded someday, and I'll in the queue to go to hopefully Heritage Auction would be really cool. Last batch like that sold for about 30 grand. And there's a whole bunch of presidents. I got Hoover, and all the people in the, it's like, I got like 50 or 60 signed postcards from like a 12-year period. It's in one of my videos. I was pretty excited about it. It's gonna hopefully pay for my RV someday. Okay, another antique. So that's antique. Okay, that's good. Let's see, 12, 12.95. $4, not sponsored. So I got one sponsored person, so they'll have competition as far as being more exposure from different types of searches and for this product. They might not search for this product, they might search for something else, and then this product will show up. That's what the promoted does. It'll show up in other sellers, below other sellers listings and stuff. And I do 12%. So it's the one I skipped earlier. I got three I had to look at. Could be a server timeout deal. I like doing, John will get busy and then he'll ask me to do something or look at it, and then I'll give him a little bit more and then wait for it. Before I just used to just pound them with a whole bunch of updates, and it worked for a while, a long time. We did this for 20 years. We've been developing products together, and this way he gets to do what he wants to work on, and then I'll work on my list of things that I know we need to fix before we can make it live. And so there's a few things that has to go on before it even gets live. That's why I'm saying it might not ever get live because there's no. So 795 is the most it's ever sold for. So we'll just put it at 795, and even though the shipping said it was $1 more than what I thought it was, that's a mistake on my end. So I'm overpricing these about $1. That's fine. That's why the make offer button is so big. All right. So what do we got here? Mine's richer colors, richer color, good hair, different person. So I need to do a little bit more research. Okay. So let's go here. I don't know. Music by Charles. Let's go like that. Let's go like close eye sheet music. Next. More important for them to advertise than work. Come on. It's not working. So I got into I'm logged out some reason. I'm not going to log back in, but I do need to look at this. Not on front of the camera, guys. Sorry. I trust y'all. Let's move it over here real quick. Huh. Not saving the search anymore. It must be thinking I'm some sort of robot. All right. I'm gonna do what I do normally. Do a little old mark. Since I have no, I've noticed that with WorthPoint, if you hit it a whole bunch of times real quick, it'll think you're a machine. I am a machine, damn it. Can't slow me down. I'm gonna get twice as much as everybody else is asking, and I'll look at that later. Remember, I'm gonna schedule these out, so I'll double check these before I do list them. All right, green with text on the lower side. No greens. There's a green, but is that a different character? A different character. Double check that. Different. Yep. This is military. So let's go ahead and we don't have one here. Let's give Worth Point one more chance. Yeah. So they timed me out. They think I'm a, and they're blocking me. So yeah, they think I'm a machine. They think I'm AI. And then as soon as I close the browser, open it again, it'll work again. Funny. I'm gonna keep it that price because that's about a good fair price. All right, so we're down to the 1944, 7.99. So my shipping is higher, so 6.95. No, I no. Let's go on and drop to the bottom. It's all right. Just imagine all this work gonna be gone. Once you upload the photos, they'll all, and all you have to do is check your pricing and your shipping. I think the shipping is gonna be I just can't trust, let's see what this one is. 9.95. Okay. Let's go to the bottom. 6.95, 6.95. Look at the shipping. Yeah. That's about an average. And what was the condition on this one? What was my condition like? It's decent. Yeah, I gotta work on that. I don't like that. Why is it doing that? Oh, because I didn't set up. Huh, tired. Okay, so I have a couple that didn't show up. I wonder if I refresh the page. Anyway, there we go. I have ready to list. So now I'm gonna just schedule them. I got these three at the bottom that are missing. Those are the three that are missing. I'll get them here in a minute. Um, the publications didn't show up on. I'm gonna have to go through and probably fix the publications. So yeah, it's not 100%, but I for me to get all 25 of the pricing checks and quickly, and like you get used to listing something, you kind of feel how much it's worth, and then you're wrong. Like in this case, I don't feel like I didn't have anything on a home run, maybe one. They weren't that good. I didn't pay much for these. They're just real average music sheets. Um, so I would say they were overall okay shape. There were some condition issues. Uh, I overcharged on the shipping a little bit, maybe 50 cents, dollar, because they're all under 8 ounces. No, because I have to pay for the shipping supplies. It's just how you price them, and now I'm using the description and make me an offer, so I'm not locked on that up price. They can make me an offer. So there you go. There's except these three that are on the bottom. I The next step for me is just finding out where my last scheduled listing is, and then add these to that batch. But I just wanted to show you how I list. I didn't type. I do my numbers a little bit, and that was it. And even then, I make mistakes. you saw that. I, you know, I love what I do. I love this. This is fun. The treasure hunt, the research. So, like I said, you'll hear sound overs on the video, and that's me learning. I'm learning about this. So next time I see this artist or next time I see this music sheet, I'll be better at the pricing. But like I said, it'll get to a point where this AI, or even eBay's AI system listing tool, their magical listing tool that they keep rolling out on the mobile phone. So they're going to slowly roll them out to these different platforms and desktops last. Like I said, it'll be done. It's a matter of time, and I think it's all designed to be help the casual seller. So the person that doesn't sell full time, so they can offer them free fees and pass the fees to the buyer, and that way they'll open up their closet and sell something that's worth a lot. And they feel, oh my goodness, that was easy. I just took pictures and I was done. And they walk away and they're all happy and no problems with shipping, no problems with anything. And and I've been saying this for a while. All this AI is going to do is open up another plateau platform above us, our full-time sellers. That's why they're disconnecting from us. They're kind of, you're going to soon see AI agents answering the phones, taking our messages and documenting what's wrong so they can elevate them to the right person. So it's all about profit margins for them now. And I see it. And it's just a matter of time that they're going to be, and hopefully if they push marketing, I hope they don't put it on us that we have to pay for that marketing because we're already paying through the roof. I mean, through the roof. Like I said, 42% this month, last month was 48%. I don't change anything. It just goes up and down when the quarter and the quarters show up. So I, I've been saying that because I feel like they have a throttle and they kind of just massage whenever they want more money or they got numbers they need to improve the shareholders and I hate to say it, but that's what it looks like for me. Um, I'm going to focus on item specifics. I'm going to be working on better descriptions. I'm going to make sure if I can get the publishers for these music sheets. That's the only thing I'm missing. All the other item specifics are right because I organize them in stacks of 25, and if it's a book, it goes to another lot. It goes to another lot that I list later. Then it's not a music sheet, So if it's an educational, it'll go to educational lot. So when I get 25 of those, I'm ready to list those. All right, this is a long enough video. I, um, I did it. I broke it up and I'm trying to just trying better, trying harder. No, I don't know. I'd say trying harder is that good. If you try too hard, it's not natural. But I'm sharing. How about that? So thanks for watching. Till next time. Thank you guys. All right, my last little video. I have ready to just schedule these. I figured out why the publications names weren't added to the title because I didn't have two images. I didn't, when I uploaded all the images to the AI, I only did the first one. And then it does really good with more images and it will be able to get those items specific. So I did notice why that happened. So I fixed all the publications. They're all fixed now and scheduled the 24. So that makes it 28 I had because I had three extra than I thought. So that makes it 70, 80 something in my schedules. 101. We're at 101 right now. So soon we'll be at 500. And make sure that one's there. Yeah. Yeah. So pretty excited. Uh, I messaged my best friend and I told him, I go, hey, the pricing is starting to look better. It's starting to appear correct, and it still doesn't show all the time, and even eBay's pricings don't show all the time. So it's we're still trying to. It's not debugging. It's just working out the just working it out. And thanks for watching this video. Uh, Please like and subscribe. Hit that like button, please. It really helps. This is just I'm going to do more of these. I'm going to just get to a point where I'm going to be using API only and doing the price checks. You see how quick I am with the price checks, and I like checking the pricing because that's the whole point, is to find those treasures that are they're there. They're there. You have them. You just have to find them. And in this case, I didn't have many of them. I'm assuming one's $45, and I did the old I can't find it, so let's price it high. And that's fine because there's no other ones out there. There's never one been on Worth Point. So at least for 10 years it hasn't been sold. So it has to mean it has to have some sort of value. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep hunting, keep flipping, and stay wandering. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned to see what treasures we discover next time.